So what is going on, Mr. Jack Spencer?
How is happening, man? I'm good. It's always weird being the interviewee, not the interviewer. You know what I mean? But I'm glad you get the stress. You have to control it. I just get to sit back and talk.
For people who've been living under a rock, right, who don't know who you are, which is almost impossible at this point, can you please give us a 20-second intro of who you are, where you live, how old you are, any juicy details, bro. Juicy.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna get all the juicy details today, baby. I'm your boy Jack. I'm literally just Jack Spencer Investing. That's who I am. I started uploading only the end of February. That's around when I started investing as well. I live in Ireland. I'm 22. Love growth stocks. Love EV in particular. People mainly know me for Workhorse and EV in general. So right now, people don't love me very much. But 2 months ago, everybody was in love with me. But that's how YouTube goes. Yeah, that's simple. I'm just a 22-year-old kid speaking about stonks.
22. That's mad. Bro, but the way you speak, like in your videos, you get what I'm saying? You're talking like, I know you're not a financial advisor. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's clear. But the way you're 22, bro, that's crazy.
I love it, man. I've always been this really addictive kind of person. So it's like when I get into something, I get into it. Like it consumes me. And I think my YouTube channel has shown that. I mean, these last nearly 8 months now I've been uploading. I think there has been 4 days maybe where I haven't uploaded. And then last month we uploaded, I think it was 53 or 54 videos in 30 days. That's including a few live streams. But like, it just consumed me. And I think that's why I adapted so quickly, was because I quit my job to do this as well, obviously. So this is all I do. So, you know, most people might start looking at the stocks and they have 5 hours a week. Whereas for me, it was 12 to 16 hours a day for a few months. So you just, the learning process happens a whole lot quicker. You know, and then I'm networking with people like you. And then, like, I know financial advisors. I speak with all of them. Just networking. So I got to just learn a lot quicker. So I think that's where all of the mannerisms come from. But like in a video like this, we're just chatting. You're in my live streams. I'm a lot more chill than I am in my videos. You know what I mean? I'm just, there has to be a certain level put on in videos.
Yes, my guy. But speaking of YouTube, right? I want you to rate my Jack Spencer intro, okay? So give me a second.
Oh, so if this man comes back with a horse mask would be with the dream.
Yo.
Oh man.
All right, so we're gonna do this, What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the T-shirt to prove that fact.
That's 10 out of 10, man. I mess it up worse than you do. You got that word for word, bro. That was live one take. No, that's perfect. I appreciate you repping the merch as well, man.
Trust me, the fitting on this is mad. It's hugging the sleeves.
Look at that. Baby. Get that front double, baby. That was perfect, man. That was perfect.
But bro, like, what made you come up with that intro? Like, not a financial advisor. I mean, you pretty much built a brand out of this.
Yeah. So, like, man, it was simple. I obviously watched the big guys on YouTube. Everybody has the disclaimer.
Yeah.
And so from day one, I started making it clear I'm not a financial advisor. My thoughts, opinions, all the boring legal stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let's go a step further. And so I just ordered a T-shirt and a hoodie for myself. And then I made like 5 or 6 different ones until I got it right, until I worked with Teespring. And that was when I had like 5,000 subs. And I said I was going to launch them at 10,000, but I wasn't happy with them. Like, I ordered off so many different manufacturers.
Okay.
And then I got to 10,000 and you can integrate your channel with Teespring. And finally, they just so happened to be the ones I was happy with. Because as well, we're from Europe. Well, technically you're not, but I'm from, you know what I mean? So they have distribution centers in the EU and US. So that means they can get to everybody quicker. Okay. So like, I got used to saying it, not a finance advisor. I always liked box logos. I was like, let's make them. If anybody wants to buy them, they can. And it's the brand now. It's the brand.
It's the brand, bro. It's the brand. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was looking at the hoodies as well. I'm like, you know, we might have to get the whole merchandise out here, bro.
But we've more launches coming soon, because then the next level was I got a graphic designer, and so we've been working on a few. Because I made this one, it's not exactly very complicated. I made a rectangle on Photoshop and then put in a few words. You know what I mean? But then I got a graphic designer to make an actual logo, so that's going to be like a chest logo. It's NAFA. It looks sick. I'm just waiting to launch it. I'm not sure when that's coming.
But bro, you know what? I wanna go back to like the beginning. So I was looking through your YouTube channel, and I was looking at your old videos. So your old videos were really fitness advice, fitness related. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at no point were there any indications for like stocks.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what made you transition from, you know, personal training to being pretty much a fitness YouTube channel to now being a successful stock market channel?
Yeah, so I always loved YouTube, and I always wanted to be successful on YouTube, but the fitness niche is like incredibly saturated. It's bad CPM. It's very hard to make any money in the fitness niche. And I was a personal trainer and gym instructor for 4 years before I started posting these things. Like that's my whole working life. I've been in a gym. You know what I mean? That's what I've always done.
Yeah.
And I loved it and stuff, but I wasn't really going anywhere. And I mean, life as a personal trainer, there's not much big money in there, like ever. Even when you're at the top of the game, even if you own a gym, unless you have a franchise or you own dozens, if not hundreds of gyms, you're never making really big money. You know what I mean? I've worked in chain gyms. I've worked in hotel gyms in Wexford. Like, I've seen the money. It's like, I want to make more money than that entire gym is making. So what is there really to aspire to? And so I kind of saw that from a young age. I was like, yeah, if I put 30 years of hard, grueling work in, I might make decent money someday. So I always knew I was going to end up changing because it's hard work as well. It's long. It can be long hours. There's terrible hours. 5 a.m. starts, 10 p.m. finishes. It's not fun. So I always had an interest in making money. Man, I love making money. I don't really care for money. I spend very little. I mean, I'm not a minimalist. If I want something, I buy it, but I just naturally don't spend money. But the buzz of making money, like last month was my best month on YouTube by far. Yeah. It was, what a feeling. You know what I mean? It was amazing. So then, I mean, where's the most money in the world? It's in stocks. It's in financial related services. So then that's where my head went. I had a big interest in it. I've always loved maths. I've always loved numbers, statistics. So it made sense. And then I didn't even plan on doing this properly. I just put up one video because I started investing myself. And I was like, let's just see what happens, you know. And I got like 300 views maybe. And I was like, boy, we got 300 views. Let's go. Views. I was gassed, man. I remember my first video hitting 1,000 views. I was like, what? How has this happened? I was like, that's $8 in my pocket, baby. Let's go. But it just started like anybody else, man. I only had like 600 or 700 subs when I started posting, and all of them were for fitness. So I pretty much did build it the same way as everyone else. It was fun though.
Oh, okay. So with that said, next question is, do you even lift, bro?
Man, I gotta be honest, bro.
Do you even lift, bro? Do you even?
Since lockdowns, I used to be good. I used to be strong, man.
You used to be wham. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had them traps. I saw the picture on Instagram. You had them traps.
No, I was in decent shape. I think I had decent potential, but powerlifting is where I spent most of my time. I just loved heavy stuff, and I was a very angry child at times, so it was nice to just lift heavy things. You know what I mean?
100%.
But right now, 100%. I don't.
100%.
YouTube consumed everything for me, and it was just it happened to be during the transitional phase of going from working in the gym to working on YouTube, and in the meantime I had just lost passion. I mean, I always had this burning passion for the gym. I would do anything to go to the gym, whereas right now I don't have that, and I just can't fake it, you know, and I'm not going to go for the sake of it. I'm still conscious of, you know, to an extent, what I eat and being active, blah blah blah. I know for a fact within 2 years I'm gonna be back in the gym hard and heavy because I know the passion will come back. But no, right now, your boy don't even lift.
Fam, bro, that hurts, man. That hurts to hear. Even with that, right, I was going to lead into that. It's going to lead into the next question. Like, what was it like quitting because I know you're a personal trainer.
Yeah.
You know, so what was it like quitting your job to pursue YouTube? Because obviously with YouTube, it's like I've got a channel as well. And, you know, it can be up and down sometimes. You know, you don't really know, unlike a salary, you know what you're going to get at the end of the month. But with YouTube, you pretty much start the month and it's like, you don't really know. So how do you go from having almost like a secure job to now quitting it and going full time on YouTube? And at the time, I think when you quit, you were just shy of 10,000 subs, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. I wasn't making good money or anything, you know, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was probably shy of 10K, I'd say.
Yeah. But, did you have like the support? Did you have like a huge bank balance that you knew, you know, worst case scenario, we're still good? Yeah. Were you nervous? Were you scared?
Privileged position, man. As I said, I'm still young. I still live at home. I love living at home. I can support my mom and dad with this place as well. I have my room. It's perfect. Bank balance, I wouldn't say it was big. It was probably low 5 figures, like very low, literally just touching 5 figures, I'd say. So it was a safety net at the same time because I have expenditures. I pay some rent at home. I don't drive. You know, I have very little expenditure basically.
Yeah.
So it was safe. I'm 22, and I know for a fact I'll always get a job as a personal trainer if I want one. And I still would, if I wanted to go out by myself to PT today, I know for a fact I'd have a certain amount of clients that would come back. So like, it was very low risk at the end of the day, you know. And again, it wasn't about the money. I didn't need money. Like, if I would have been bringing in 200 a week, I would have been very, very fine. You know, absolutely fine. Would have been no worries. So I was in a privileged position without a doubt. I was able to take the risk because there was multiple avenues I could have gone down if not. You know what I mean? So the transition was fine because, again, there was no pressure. I didn't need money. I really didn't. I didn't really care too much about how much I made because I just believed that if I went really hard at this, then I'd be in an incredible position. Within 2 years was kind of what my head was thinking. But, geez, we've already smashed expectations, you know. So
Crazy.
It was easy. It honestly was easy for me.
And I mean, like you said, in terms of passion, it's one of those ones whereby if you try it out, if it failed, you know, you could go back to something. Do you know what I'm saying? But Jeff Bezos, I remember listening to an interview, was talking about before he left his job to pursue Amazon full time. He was talking about, you know, he didn't want to be 80 and be on his deathbed and wonder what if. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
And then, you know, Amazon wouldn't be where it is right now if he didn't. So kudos to you, bro. Like at 22, you know, he took the risk and it's clearly paying off and it's going to continue to pay off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're a beast. You're a beast in this game.
It's appreciated, brother. Thank you so much.
I was going to ask next question, bro, was like, how did you know YouTube would be successful? Like, did you know beforehand? Like, were there any like green flags, indicators that you thought, you know what, I'm going to make this work?
I mean, I was looking at it. I was just looking at YouTube in general, not just my channel. I was seeing that it was not a densely populated area. Like people who speak, there's lots of people who speak about finances and lots of people who speak about real estate. But the niche of the actual stock market, there was so few channels. You probably could have counted the amount of channels with over 50,000 subs on your hand. Now you'd need many hands because I think a lot of people started around the same time I did.
Yeah.
But like back then, there was so few people. And I was like, there's potential here. You know, all I need to do is get a little bit of a fan base. And that's how YouTube works. You know, it's this snowball effect. So that's why I went in with the all or nothing attitude. I was like, there's so many people probably thinking the same thing as me right now. There's people in lockdown. People want to find out new ways to make money. I was like, if all of them are going to put in 40 hours, I have to put in 100 hours or else they're going to beat me. I didn't have to be the best. I just had to work the hardest and it paid off in that short time. You know, I built that following and it was a snowball effect, you know, so that was all. And it was fun the whole time as well. It was easy. It was fine. It's not easy. Easy is the wrong word, but mentally it was easy. It involved a lot of man hours, but it was what it was. I was enjoying myself.
How are you able to stay consistent though? Like on the daily uploads? I mean, sometimes you're double uploading and then you're dropping a live stream on the same damn day. Like, how do you keep that up? Like,
I mean, like it just happened, you know. My first goal was just to upload every day.
Yeah.
And that was when I was still working. So like that was tough because, you know, it was like back then it took me so long to make a video as well because I wasn't proficient. I didn't really know what I was doing. So it could take me 6 hours to film, you know, research, edit a video. And then I'd go to work for 8 hours and then I'd come home and I'd be trying to think of an idea for tomorrow because I was on a limit. I mean, I had to wake up early to make a video before I went to work, you know, so it was like everything had to be done. So it was nonstop. But I still love it. I mean, if I wasn't making videos, I would still just be looking at stocks all day because right now it's just what I really love. I love looking at it. I love the research aspect of things. Now it's just a bit of a bonus that I get to make the videos, you know. But my videos are basically just my research, which is nice because I'd be doing the research regardless.
Anyways,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's just like we just said a few minutes ago, it's just passion. Like I love making the videos. So
now, so explain to me, bro. Like, talk me through your process of picking your stocks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you always let us know that, you know, a lot of hours go into your research. So like, just if you can, if it's possible, kind of like break down your process of picking your stocks.
I mean, the process is tough and you're asking me at the worst possible time because I've bought one stock in the last 3 weeks and that was a small position in Momentous, the ticker symbol SRAC.
Oh yeah.
That's all I've bought. All I've bought in 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Because I don't really see anything I like right now. I've built positions to what I'm happy with. I mean, I'm looking at some of my usuals. I'm looking at Lordstown Motors at 19 just because I call it the most undervalued stock in the market when it was 17. So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense for me to want to buy at 19, but it's my second biggest position. I was loading up a few weeks ago, but like when it comes to finding new stocks,
Yeah.
I get a lot of my information. Well, now I have my private Discord as well. And
Yeah,
like people give me, I get fed 20 plus stocks a day. You know what I mean? So it's really easy now. But when I started, it was probably other people's YouTube videos. It probably was like, you know, Jeremy Financial Education in particular. I watched a lot of his stuff when I first started. I'm subscribed to Seek and Alpha Premium now, which can actually be a decent place because you can kind of look for value stocks or whatever it is. But I think now just being in the space, I mean, I speak with you and other YouTubers, literal hundreds of people on Discord on a daily basis. There's ideas coming constantly. So, I mean, if I find something that I think might be a little bit interesting, I'll bring you through Momentous. So somebody mentioned that to me and I was like, right, it's in an industry I have interest in and a basic understanding in, which is space, you know? So I was like, right, the very, very first thing I do, I don't care what the stock price is, market cap, profitability, anything. I'm going straight to the website and I just want to look at the website. I'm like, do I like this website? And I'm not even being funny.
For the company, you check their website.
I checked their website. That's literally, and I'm like, I like this website. I like the sound of what's happening. I'm like, right, let's see if they have an investor presentation. If a company has an investor presentation that's within the last 3 months, that's where I love starting. I love investor presentation for getting a really good, very, very basic understanding of a company. But I think as a long-term investor, and most of my investments are speculative, they're growth stocks, you just have to believe in the company. You know, you have to believe in the prospects and the management team. So that's the most important thing to me. And that gives you both of them, you know. So in there, it always goes through the management teams. If the SPAC, it shows you the SPACs team. I'll research all of those people. I'll see what they've done, particularly the high executives, especially CEO and CFOs and COOs. They're my three favorites. And then I'll just read it and I'll figure out what's actually going on with this company. You know, that's why I love those investor presentations. Because like with Momentous, for example, I was like, I didn't even know this was really an industry. You know, I didn't have the biggest understanding. But then what I can do is after the investor presentation, I always leave with more questions than I had going into it. You know, so now I'm like, is this actually an industry or is this just something that Momentous is saying because they want me to buy their stock? So that'll be one thing I'd go and research. And I'd be like, how big actually is this industry? Is there any way they'll ever be competitive? You know, just because they have a partnership with SpaceX, does that mean anything? Or is this just something that they're throwing in there to entice me? Right. So like the whole time I'm reading it, I'm just asking myself these questions. Now that's my growth plays, my speculative plays. If I was doing more of a value play or dividend stocks, it's 10Qs, it's 8Qs, you know, it's 10Ks, it's all that stuff. It's the financials. But that's not really me. So like the most important things to me is I just have to like the company. I have to like the prospects. And they do genuinely have to be a bit exciting. You know what I mean? Yeah. What I've explained to a lot of people in my Discord recently is I like investing in long-term stocks with a short-term catalyst. I mean, that's why I've gone so big on Workhorse because either, you know, I know that I'm going to get out or I'm going to have a good chance of dollar cost average. Yeah. It was why I invested in a few SPACs like Lordstown. I got in at 1180. Short-term catalyst was literally just going through to the SPAC. It shot up. So, you know, I was winning from day one. Yep. And then I actually plan on holding them long. But the thing is, if you get into a company and it's up 20 to 50% within a week, 2 weeks, because you got in at a really nice time, there's a safety net. Things go wrong. You either get out with a little bit of money or you lose a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. It's good that you've actually said that because I was going to ask you, like, do you feel pressure? Because a lot of the for Momentous, for example, I'm sure many people on your channel have never heard of that stock. I certainly never heard of it. So you're introducing like a brand new company pretty much. Well, you're introducing a company that not many people have heard of to your subscriber base. And of course they trust you. That's why they've subscribed. You know, when people subscribe, there's an element of trust to it that the information you feed them is legit. Like, do you ever feel that pressure? Like, you know, for example, like Theranos, right? Or let's go with Luckin Coffee. Luckin Coffee had an incredible balance sheet that looked really, really amazing on paper. So do you feel like any pressure that, yo, you might be recommending like a dodgy company here? And then 100%, yeah, 100%, without a doubt in my mind. That's why I think that's a big part of the reason I made this brand as well, not a financial advisor, because just from the first 5 seconds of the video, I want everybody to know, like this is just one man's thoughts and opinions. And say, for example, when I speak about Momentous, I would throw in the words high risk or high spec at least 2 or 3 times within the video. Like, I think you're always going to carry that, like, no matter what. And it's something, as I've got bigger on YouTube, there's been times where I've been a lot safer with what I've been saying because I realize there's more eyes on me. I mean, when I'm getting 300 views on a video, at the end of the day, it's if I'm speaking about Coca-Cola and I get 300 views, I'm not going to send anyone bankrupt. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But if I'm speaking about, say I'm speaking about NNDM, all right, a company I didn't even invest in, okay? But if I'm speaking about them because I'm getting asked about them, I make it very clear. I'm not invested. This is highly speculative. It's high risk. I'm not a financial advisor. I didn't buy them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing that I might not have even thought about or thought I would have had to say back in the day. But now, man, everything's crystal clear. Just because of that, I want to still be able to sleep well at night. I don't really. If anybody invests in something I speak about, I want it to be on their own accord. You know, I say that to everybody. Always form your own thoughts and opinions.
Yeah.
It's like if I lose money, man, if my portfolio goes to zero tomorrow, I'm still sleeping easy tomorrow night. You know what I mean? I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. But there's a lot of people who it would ruin them. You know?
Do you get like backlash? Let's say, for example, when the Fuzzy Panda report came out, and then we all know how Workhorse dropped, because you put Workhorse on a lot of people's radar. Do you know what I'm saying? And with that as well, I want to know your current thoughts regarding Workhorse as well.
Cool. All right. So first of all, we'll speak about backlash. Yeah, as I've gotten bigger, you get a lot more hate.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it affected me a lot more when I was maybe 15, 20,000 subs, because that's when it first started happening. I mean, if I was replying to the comments, I'd see a few, you know what I mean? And it would have got to me. Right now, I understand that comes with it. And the way I realized, I was like, just go look at PewDiePie, the most successful YouTuber there ever has been. I mean, the man he'll get tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dislikes. He'll have people telling him so much hate. And I was like, the bigger you get, the more that you're going to get. So I just acknowledge from now, it still does affect me sometimes. I'm not even going to lie. And I think if anybody tells you it doesn't affect them at all, they are lying. I mean, when you're reading mean things, it can affect you, especially if you're already having a bad day or something. You know what I mean? So I won't sit here and act like I'm invincible. But the large majority of the time, I just brush it off. You know, there's some people out there, and you don't know what they're going through either. So I just accept it. I move on with my life.
Yeah.
In regards to Workhorse, so I made a video earlier on Workhorse. Surprise, surprise, Jack made a Workhorse video. I'm still very happy long term. I mean, I went through all of the catalysts in today's video that everybody's forgotten about. So many people look at Workhorse as a USPS contract, but for more than 3 months now, I've been saying that's not what they are. They're a company. Now, without a USPS contract, they're a very, very, very overvalued company. Yeah. I've said it in so many videos that I put a price target of $5 to $7 on them if we got 0% of the contract. Now, that's changed since because we've got more catalysts. I think more realistic would be 9 to 13-ish, depending on market sentiment, depending on how upset people get. Who knows? Again, that's a prediction. Anything could happen. But no, I'm still just as bullish as I've ever been. I mean, I bought 90 more shares at 24, and I only have 300 shares altogether. So, you know, I think that just, I put my money where my mouth is. If I'm speaking about Workhorse, everything I've said in the past still stands. It's my biggest position. I think it's right now about 16% of my portfolio. It's a massive position. Wow. You know what I mean? It's huge. So if Workhorse goes down, I'm going down with it. It's that simple to me. I'll happily buy more. There's 2 times I'm going to buy more Workhorse. One is if I get to invest another 20+% of what I already have in my portfolio into new companies, so that Workhorse takes up less of a chunk. Yeah. And the other will be if they hit like 15. I mean, if Workhorse hits 15, I'm sorry, but like, I'm going to sell my parents' house. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm going to take out a mortgage for myself and it's going in. You know what I mean? But nobody listen to that. I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Disclaimer, guys. Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. Don't sell your parents' house. but yeah, no, I still love them. I still genuinely do. And if ever that changes, everybody will know. And that will be my single most disliked video ever, without a doubt in my mind.
Facts. If you had to come out and say, you know what? I sold all my Workhorse. Yeah. Oh, you're going to break a lot of hearts, bro.
Yeah. You see my subs go from like 50K down to 1,800. Like, you know what I mean? I'll be the smallest YouTuber out there.
No. Hey, man, we love you regardless. Workhorse, no Workhorse. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, bro. I know 95% of people are like that, really. They don't actually really care too much.
So, Jack, what sectors are okay, aside from EV, all right, we all know you love the EV sector. Yeah. Like, what other sectors get you excited right now?
Yeah. So space still gets me really excited. I still don't think I know near enough about the industry, sadly. That's why I opened up a speculative position in Momentus, just because I'm currently researching the industry. Yeah. I'd love to know enough about space. I'd love to know as much about space as I do about EV, basically. And then Virgin Galactic is my other play. Yeah. Because I don't think you even need to understand space too much to invest in Virgin Galactic, you know, because like, yes, it's in space, but that's the business model really has very little to actually do with space. It's just bringing people there and bringing them back. It's the same way if I was to invest in an EV stock, they bring something somewhere and bring it back. One that I've started doing research on is solar. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you I know very little about the industry right now, but I see a lot of exciting prospects right off the bat. I have no ticker symbols to give anybody, no juicy ones. But it's an industry right now that I think has a lot of room to pop off over the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years. I think it could be some slow money for a while. It could even be some red money for a while. I think that's why I've pushed it to the back for a while.
Yeah.
But it's an industry that I see being very, very exciting. And similarly to commercializing space, I see solar as inevitable. You know, same way I see EV as inevitable. And I think that's what makes them exciting to me. It's innovation that has to happen. Not innovation we want to happen, but ultimately someday it has to happen. And then always, I mean, I like my big tech. Amazon, Apple, Facebook. I always say those three as my top three right now.
Yeah.
I think Google's a decent value play, but they don't really excite me at the moment. So there's not too much, man. 3D printing to an extent.
3D printing's been around for time though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's come and gone. Do you know what I'm saying? It never really took off. Like I remember listening to 3D printing like when I was in college. Like I heard about it and everyone's like, oh, that's the new thing. But it never really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I remember I made a video on desktop metals. And that was one of the things I said. I was like, I'm hoping that it's shifting now. Because when I thought of 3D printing in the past, similar to what you just said, I mean, it was, you know, your rich uncle bought one so we could print off a pretend pen. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Whereas now it could start having real commercial use. But it's definitely not something I understand. I don't understand the timelines enough. That's why, again, it was a speculative investment into RNE. I love the company. I love Desktop Metals. I just don't know how long my money's going to be sitting there, you know? So that's why I haven't gone too heavy in there. But again, it's innovation. I like innovation. The only kind of innovative stocks I don't mess with are biotech. I just have zero understanding of it. It's too speculative. It's not for me.
So what is your beef, with Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble? Like, I'm an investor in Johnson & Johnson, right? And every time you say Johnson & Johnson, it's always in a negative light. So I thought, you know what? This is the time to actually ask you, like, what is your beef, bro?
Jack Spencer exposed.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, bro. When I make a dividend portfolio, there will be two of the first companies in it. Okay, they will be. I just use them as clear examples of essentially what a polar opposite to a growth speculative play is, because I think they're very safe and very slow and steady. So, like, I mean, there'll be two of the first ones in my dividend portfolio. I'll put it that way. I love them. I do love them. But I just
doesn't
use
sound
them as
like
examples.
it, bro. It doesn't sound like it. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, like, if you're talking Workhorse versus Johnson & Johnson, they're polar opposites, you know? If they were magnets, they're gone, you know? But I love both of them. I really do, man. Also, I remember you did an Instagram post yesterday, Coca-Cola versus Pepsi stock. Man, those people never read a balance sheet in their life, bro. If you didn't vote Pepsi, get out of here. What's wrong with you, man?
I know. Coca-Cola, I was so surprised. Like, the amount of people that voted Coca-Cola was mad.
Yeah. I'm not even a dividend investor, and I can tell you Pepsi beats them every day of the week.
Nah. Okay, you know what? I'll let you off. For all Johnson & Johnson investors out there, we'll let him off. You know what I'm saying?
I love them
he
guys.
Still likes Johnson & Johnson. When you get to like 50, then maybe you start investing, right?
I mean, when I'm 85, you know,
85, you're taking the Michael.
If I have a few dollars in the bank, I might get a share or two. I'll get a share or two.
Bro, I want to say congratulations, you know, on your YouTube success. You know, the revenue, that video that you shared, man, is goals, man. Like I said it in the comment section. Yeah. I've watched it like, I can't even remember. I mean, I've watched it so many times because that for me is inspiration. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow the channel. And when I see your video, I saw Graham Steffens, I saw Meet Kevin's. Like I see that, I'm like, man, this is what we're aspiring to achieve. Yeah. So congratulations on that front. But someone actually left a comment in the video, and I think it got one of the most likes. And he asked, it was from a guy called Steer Manuri. Forgive me if I butchered your name, bro. But he said, when will Jack Spencer Investing go public for us to buy shares in? And will you be going via a traditional IPO or will you be going via a SPAC? Let us have it. Go.
All right. Well, first of all, I appreciate the words, man. You're going to get there too, 100%. I'm pretty sure you grow faster than I did when I had 1,000 subs. So you're going to get there in a couple of months, man. But yeah, no, I've gotten that a few times. And I was just like, what's actually funny about that is I had a guy reach out to me before asking if I would develop an index fund and he would actually fund it. You know what I mean? So he wanted me to create an ETF basically. Yeah, and he would have just funded it. And I was like, look, bro, I'm 22. It's like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm happy losing my own money. I'm not going to make you an index fund no matter what. I'm like, I really appreciate it. But yeah, like, who knows? Someday Jack Spencer Investing and Co. could be a publicly traded company. I'll probably go public through a SPAC. You already know how it is. I mean, I'll let you guys, I'll let the new generation of YouTubers run it up in 10 years when it comes. But
you got a rival, Cafe Wood and Ark
yeah.
Invest, man. Jack Spencer Investors ETF.
Imagine being the next Kathy, bro. Maybe when I'm a smart investor, maybe when I actually know a thing or two in a few years.
I think that's Jack, you're top, man. Bro, I was going to say, what do you actually do now for fun? Because obviously we saw recently you took your missus out for her birthday, which, you know what, I rated that because obviously I know the YouTube seemed to have taken over everything you're doing. Like, how do you balance trying to please your supporters, your subscribers versus trying to please your loved ones?
Yeah, so this is something I'm working on. But now I'm really working on it because I have to be honest. I didn't do enough for myself. I think I've never upset any of them. Thankfully, they've all been extremely supportive through YouTube. But I haven't made enough time for myself or them in general. Now, in my free time, me and Sophie still see each other plenty. You know, we still stay together a couple of nights a week at least. Relationship is stronger than it's ever been. You know, we're loving life. But now I'm at a stage where I'm actually trying to free up more time. It's coming at a bad time because it's lockdown, so I'm not going to be able to bring her places and stuff. But now what I've worked so hard for, I want to be able to show something for it. I want to be able to bring her away if I want her to go out for a nice meal, whatever it is. And then ultimately, another reason I'm going so hard is I'd love to buy a house next year.
Okay.
That is a big goal of mine. So
cash?
That's why. Cash, I would like to do cash, preferably. I'll think about it. If I think it's going to be smart to take a mortgage, invest the money, get my percentage back, that could be my dividend portfolio. Yeah. It depends, though. You know yourself, there's nothing safe about that. So I'll see how I feel. But hopefully cash, all going well. But aside from that, like, I went out, played golf 2 times over the last week. Just went to a driving range for an hour with a few of my friends. Yeah. First time I've seen any of my friends in probably 5-6 months. I've spoken with them. I have a PlayStation in the back. It's in the back of all my videos. You can barely see it. But I mean, I play with those guys on there every now and again just to keep in contact, you know. But I've really started getting better at it the last 3 or 4 weeks. For the last 3 or 4 months, I've been saying to my parents, I was like, I'm going to start taking the occasional day off. I'm going to start doing more human things. But now I'm actually I'm going to make it happen. You know, I'm going to guarantee myself, even if I don't want to, if I'm burning to make a video, I'm going to make myself take the occasional day off just for longevity reasons. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just because I was kind of creating a toxic mentality towards work. I was like, I have to work. If I don't do this video now, that's that opportunity gone forever. You know, so I want to get rid of that because there's so much more to life than YouTube, so much more to life than money, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think because I was listening to Meet Kevin, and it's something I also share is when you're not working, you almost feel like something is so you don't feel fulfilled. I think that's the word. You know what I'm saying? So you're at that stage where you're trying to be fulfilled when you're not working as well.
Yes, really, man. Right now, I'm at my best when I'm working. You know, my mind's busy. I know I'm being productive. I'm building something really special. And the thing is, I know for a fact YouTube could have me set up for life within a couple of years. So when you have that thought in the back of your head, you're like, well, I could literally have the rest of my life done in a few years. It's really hard to not want to put everything into it. You know what I mean? It's like 99.9% of the population won't ever have that opportunity. So I almost get a feeling of guilt if I'm not taking advantage of it every single living moment. But I want to make sure that I'm not putting any stress or anything like that on anyone around me either, and I'm maintaining my relationships, you know. Thankfully, I don't mess with too many people. I never really have. I've always had very, very small circles. So family have all the time in the world for Sophie, have all the time in the world, and I could definitely count my close friends on this hand. I don't need 2 hands, you know what I mean? So it's easy for me to maintain it when I want to, but I just need to get better at it. But that's part of the fun.
Nice.
That's the journey.
That's going to help, obviously, with you actually being around for the long term. Do you know what I'm saying? If you can find that balance, then, you know, it don't want to be a thing where you came and went. You're not a one-hit wonder kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jack Spencer 2020, and then what about 2021, 2025? Do you know what I'm saying? Because we need you long term, bro. We need your picks, man.
Exactly. That's what I want. I want to be here in years and years' time, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I know long term, even if I miss that video, it could lead to 500 more videos. You know what I mean?
Wax. So where do you see yourself, Jack Spencer, investing? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years' time.
Yeah.
That's a nice time frame. So the YouTube channel, I mean, it's really, really hard to put like a subscriber number on it or anything like that.
Have you seen Mr. Beast uploaded a video a couple of weeks ago of a video he did of himself 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And he wanted did you see it?
No, I didn't, but I can
Uh,
imagine. I've seen a few of his videos. Like
the
5 years.
video was crazy, almost scary, because it was him 5 years ago, and he looked so young, and it was
Yeah,
himself, and it was like it's scheduled for it to upload October 2020, back in
yeah,
2015, and he was like, "I hope you have 1 million subscribers," and obviously now
yeah.
he's gone mental. So,
I mean, I'd
where's
like
the
to say,
subscribers?
yeah.
Come on, bro.
If I'm putting a number, I mean, yeah, I'd like to say I have 1 million anyway. You know, I would like to say I have 1 million subs. It's really hard to imagine that, really, really hard. But I think if I can keep up even 80% of what I've done over the last 8 months, then I
Yeah,
definitely think I can make that happen. Because YouTube is a snowball effect. I think it's hard, it's relatively hard to grow that quickly though in our niche. I think it's
yeah,
quite easy to get 20, 30,000 subs. I've seen a lot of people get stuck between 50 and 70,000 for long times, and I'm feeling it now. I'm slowing down a little bit myself because there's only so many people watching these videos.
yeah,
So I mean, that's why I'm trying to be somewhat conservative. But I reckon in 5 years I can do that.
yeah,
Hopefully more. It might just mean that I have to expand. You know, maybe when I buy my house, I can start making some real estate related videos. People might have interest. I might get into some crypto stuff relatively soon, and that's a whole new audience to take over. And that's part of YouTube. You have to just adapt. You know, it was like when I started, man. I who was it? Carnival Cruise and Nat. They were two
yeah,
that were booming on YouTube.
yeah,
Made videos on them, propels the channel. It's that
yeah,
simple. You know, you have to be willing to adapt on this platform.
yeah. Did you invest in that, by the way? NAT tank.
God, no.
Didn't.
No, I didn't. No. No, not at all,
I
no.
did, man. I lost money at that. I don't
Yeah,
mind. I don't mind.
you
I
and
did.
pretty much every other investor. No, I wasn't playing that. I wasn't
I
playing
was
that.
so convinced, man. It was like you know what? I invested off the back of Jeremy's
Jeremy.
videos.
Yeah.
You know, like the way he made it sound, and at that time as well, it didn't look like we would open up that quickly.
Yeah.
And who's using oil? I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
The dividends is sweet. So
Yeah.
I put a couple of grand in there.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
No, I know a lot of people same story, but it looked really appealing. I did
Yeah.
get that, but I was just like something's off here. Something's
Really?
really
What
off here.
was off?
Yeah.
Because you had the CFO
Um,
going on, you know, Jim Cramer and everything.
I didn't like him at all. I did
Oh,
not like him as it
okay.
no. The way he came
Okay.
across, I was like, he's trying to sell me something. I was like, he
Yeah.
wants me to invest in his company. I was like, if he wants me to invest that bad, it can't be that good. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I understand that's part of their job. They have to talk it up, but he just seemed a little bit too eager. You know what I mean? And then I was just looking at the tanker rates, and you go back historically a little bit, they weren't as good as a lot of YouTubers were making them out to be, and I didn't like it. And then I saw the price action. I was like, look how volatile this is. And then I was like, look at the volume. This doesn't make sense. I was like, nah. If you make 100%, guys, well done. I'm sitting this one out.
So Jack, is there anything you want to add or say to the subscribers, the YouTube world out there?
This is the question. I always ask this, and I'm like, what are you going to say? I don't know what I'm going to say to that. I'm like, thank you for watching us. You know, make sure to hit the juicy red subscribe button, hit the juicy like button as well. Show our man some support on this video, baby. But I think I speak for both of us when I say we really do appreciate all of you, whether you're watching either of our channels. A lot of love for this community goes around. I think a lot of us YouTubers are turning into good friends as well. So it's sick to see that, you know, we've all started creating this really sick community. So thanks for being here, and keep watching the videos, and make sure to always hit that juicy like button and turn the bell on as well.
Yeah. Okay. So before you go, bro, you know I'm gonna have to ask, man. We would love to see Brian make an appearance if he's around. Like,
I'll see if he's awake. Just Brian, he sleeps a lot of the day. You know, just give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, bro. I'll ask him.
There he is. Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
What's up?
What is going on, Brian?
Jack, who is this guy?
Not a financial advisor. That's who
Why is he wearing your t-shirt? Is the camera on, Jack? How are you?
You're kind of scaring me, Brian. Bloody hell.
Yeah, good. You better not sell your Workhorse shares. I'm gonna go eat some carrots. I'm gonna go eat.
You got
some
very
carrots.
white teeth, Brian. You got really white teeth, mate.
Stop looking at my teeth.
That's made my 2020.
Brian can be aggressive, bro, when Workhorse is on a red day. I'm sorry.
Woo, man. I was sweating when Brian came on, bro. Like, whoa.
He's an intimidating horse, man. He's a scary guy. Yeah, no, he gets angry when Workhorse is red, bro. So I mean, I can't blame him.
So it's not my fault. I'll lay him off. I
No,
understand. I understand.
it's not. Don't worry. It's nothing personal. It's nothing
It's not
personal.
personal. That's good. Now, but Jack, thank you so much, bro, for your time. You know, thank you for coming on. You know, giving me this time and man, it's been dope, bro. It's been dope, bro.
Yeah,
And
I enjoyed it, man. Definitely one of the best interviews I've had. It was it was fun, you know, and I genuinely appreciate having me on, man. And it's been fun watching you grow, because I know we've been speaking for a long while now, and it has genuinely been sick watching you grow.
Yeah.
Keep it up, bro. You know, you're going to be like me. You're going to be laughing at 50K subs soon. You're going to be 2,000 away from 50K in no time, bro. So keep the grind up, man. Keep
I
the grind
appreciate
up.
it, bro. Bro, keep trailblazing, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep trailblazing. Nah, so, man.
Actually, I want to say something. I want to say something to you. Right?
Okay.
This is something that someone said to me when I was probably around your size on YouTube. There is always somebody watching you now. Every second of every day, somebody is watching you. I want that thought to stick in your head now.
What how do you mean? Bro, that's
on
scary.
YouTube,
What do you mean?
Somebody is always watching one of your videos, man.
Okay.
Think about isn't that crazy? That's a crazy thought,
true.
though.
That's actually true.
Always.
That is true.
There's always somebody listening to your voice. Is always playing somewhere around the world right now.
That's mental. That is mental. That is
But
mental.
that just goes to show you how big this game is, man. And it's
Yeah.
only going to get bigger, you know?
That's true. That's true. And like I said, the content has to keep on improving, getting better, the delivery, you know, and yeah, I'm learning from you, bro. I'm learning from you. So thank you.
I have the lowest production quality of anybody in this game.
Yeah.
I think that
maybe you know what? Maybe your first live stream was hilarious. Your very first one.
That just shows I don't really care. I just do what I do. Everybody can see the viewers, the money, everything. And we still got like 1,200 viewers. So I was like, yeah.
That was epic. That was epic. But bro, now thank you so much, Jack. Appreciate you, brother, man.